Okay, so I am back online. I am very sorry for that. I do have some technical issues right now. I hope they are resolved. I'll be trying to join the session now. I will be back with you shortly. Okay, so as you can see, it is working again. Everything should work just fine now, I at least hope so. Okay, so we have 10 minutes of practice left, and Joshua Wills here on screen with the 997 car. The Taco Bell livery looking very beautiful on that car. Oh, and a spin from Joshua Wills. Rather unfortunate. Yo, it luckily. Oh! another almost death, I would like to say, of Simon Gimmer, who is, I believe, second in the fight for the amateur championship here in the Porsche Cup. Now Simon Gimmer from the United Kingdom will have to look into the eyes of the car of Tom Carter, who sends her facing the wrong way with the GRL livery, who are organizing this event. You'll be rejoining the circuit just now. So he is now back on track, and we'll look to the front. Benjamin Kern, I think he is currently the 14th car in the Pro Championship. So there's a big way up, and he currently has the second fastest time of the session, only beaten by Ivan Stitchbury, who is third in the championship. So yeah. cross the line, Benjamin Kern. He won't be setting a new fastest lap time for now, though he still has 6 minutes left to find it. 0.13 seconds to Ivan Stitchbury. Using all of that cup on the outside to get the best exit possible onto the straight here. Benjamin Kern on a run here. Maybe he will be able to overtake, or not overtake, but set a faster lap time than Ivan Stitchbury. Now into the last corner, into that last right-hander. And across the line, Benjamin Kern with a time of 1.17.92, which means he won't set a new lap record for himself, but it is still a really good lap time. And now only 5 minutes left until the qualifying. Down to that very heavy braking zone after that long straight for that right-hander. He is looking beautiful through the section here. Getting a little bit of oversteer, it looks like. But now into the last corner to get one of the last times of this session in, as there are only 4 minutes left. I'm very excited for the qualifying. A 1.17.85 or 86, which means he's 0.04 seconds slower than his fastest lap time. And he has gone back to pits, but someone new has entered the second position and taken it away from Benjamin Kern. It is Mats Strand from Norway, I believe. I hope I got that flag right. But yeah, we are on the second to last race of this championship. After this, we'll only have the St. Petersburg in America left to decide the champion. Though it could already be decided in this race, as Philip Hammer has a 85-point lead on Christopher Smith, who is in second in the pro category. And Mats Strand here in 11th in the championship standings. He is lacking about 200 points to Ian Stitchbury, who is P3 in the standings. So that will probably be impossible for him to gain. But he could improve I've read that wrong. It is only 120 points to Ivan Stitchbury, but he could very well improve. It is only 27 points. or no, it is. Yeah, it should be about 27 points to P10. That would be Razvan Pahon 2. So a little bit of a smaller grid today. Only 21 cars will be starting into qualifying in just a second. Only 45 seconds remaining. Most people have already stopped driving and gone into the pits. Sebastian Ferreira in this all-black livery in the number 21. One of the last guys out on track. Full speed through that right-hander and into the hard braking zone. Sebastian Ferreira. Currently 5th in the amateur standings, so there's still a lot, and I do mean a lot, for him to gain. It seems possible to get a bit further ahead, as they are still really close. It's only 33 points from Sebastian Ferreira in P5 in the amateur category to Frederik Smith, who is currently leading the amateur category with 268 points. And the first guys are going out for qualifying. Very exciting stuff. 3 wide in the pit lane. Everyone is scrambling to get out of the pits. And the first one to do so will be Harold van Heerde from the Netherlands in the 281 Porsche Cup. And there does seem to be someone in front of him. It will be Simon Zau in the 225 car in this beautiful yellow livery. Now we will be taking a look at the sector times, and now we don't have a first sector from Simon Zaug, but the second sector will be 20 and a half seconds long. So now pretty much everyone has left the pits besides 5 drivers. And everyone is trying to warm up those tires. Currently fastest third sector. Not anymore though. But very exciting stuff. Now onto the first lap of qualifying, though everyone is still warming up those tires. Iron Stitchberry, the fastest driver in practice, now in qualifying fastest first sector on his first flying lap. Still warming up those tires, so everything could be changing any minute. Also the fastest second sector now for Iron Stitchberry. And hopefully we'll soon get some times on the board. And he will take first place. Oh, and someone going off there in the back. That will be rather unfortunate for them, as they will be missing out on crucial time disqualifying, only 10 minutes. And the drivers are allowed to do 2 flying laps. So this will be Ivan Stitchberry's last attempt. Through the right-hander. And now into the hard braking zone. Through the right-hander. And getting ever closer to the start-finish line. Now Bartosz Klosiewicz. Currently second fastest time, though. There is a huge, and I do mean a huge gap between the two cars in terms of time. And Ivan Stitchberry will end his qualifying attempt with a time of 1.18.3. Let's see if this is enough to grant him pole position. Simon Zaug now in P2 with a time of 120.24. So not competing with Ivan Stitchberry for now, but Sebastian Ferreira with a time of 119.3, a bit closer to the 4K driver, who is currently P1, but still not quite there. Dennis Blomart in third with a time of 119.6. There will of course be the question if he has already done his second flying lap. We will have to wait and see. He is pushing really hard right now, and he is not going into the pits, so that means another lap from Dennis Blomart will go through, and that will be a time of 119.1. Sebastian Ferreira, the only one who could get remotely close to Ivan Stitchberry, besides Eugene Schmidt, who just set a lap time of 118.77, which will grant him the second position for the race. And now he has gone back to the pits, so we will watch Ivan Stitchberry, who has also now gone back to the pits. But I think it will be more interesting to watch Benjamin Kern, only 0.004 seconds behind Ivan Stitchberry, and he seems to be going full push. So maybe there will be another lap done by him. But he's weaving around, so maybe we won't see another attempt. Maybe he has already done his 2 attempts, which would make sense as the first flying lap is normally relatively slow. And that is because of the low tire temperatures and the long time it takes to warm the tires up. But Benjamin Kern not going into the pits, but crossing line with a 124.1. Mats Strand, 5K driver, with a 117.77, now on pole position for the first heat race. Now do keep in mind that there will be reverse orders at play for the second and third heat. So that will also be a really interesting element. Justin Hodge 3 with a time of 1:17.96 will get himself the second position for the first heat. For now, there are of course a lot of drivers still out there. Joshua Wills will cross the line now with a time of 1:18.76, which will grant him 7th overall for now at least. But it is slowing down everyone going back to the pits, but not Justin Hodge, who is still on a flying lap and still chasing Mats Strand. There are only 0.2 seconds between them, but I believe that is Mats Strand in front, so there will be some direct competition. Now Justin Hodge with the slipstream, can he improve his lap? No, he can't. There will be a 1:18.4, and that will be the end of his qualifying attempt. Christian Malczarek, one of the last guys out on track. And now qualifying has ended. Qualifying is over. And we will take a quick ad break. Before we go into the first race. And here we are again for the first of the 3 heat races. And now we're going green any moment. And it's lights out for the first heat race. Everyone getting a similar start, and I think that's Benjamin Kern, who is attacking at the front. Mats Strand can keep his position for now. It will be Ian Stitchberry who will be charging forwards. And Justin Hodge in a moment keeping P2. And Benjamin Kern now in P3. He has gained 1 position for now. The first group of 4 already splitting from the rest of the field, as Eugene Schmidt leads the second pack for now. There is a lot of chaos happening behind a lot of 2 whites. There, and a crash, the 93 that will be I can't make it out right now. And that is of course tragic. We will look at the leading group again. Mats Strand now in first and building a gap. Now let's see if he can make it last, as Justin Hodge closing in on him. There are consistent 0.6 second gaps between the leading group. And Ivan Stitchberry, the loser of the start, lost 1 position there. And now everyone going through. We will have a look further back at the fight for 5th position. Eugene Schmidt under a lot of pressure. Right behind him, Bartosz Klusiewicz, who is looking for that opening, who wants to get past, but doesn't seem to find a way. Now we're going onto the straight, which could mean an opportunity. The Polish driver now in the slipstream. But what is happening behind? What is happening behind? We have just seen an overtake being done. I don't know who exactly it was, but I think Dennis Blomard has gained a position. He has already gained 2 positions in this heat race, in this first one. And he will be driving comfortably in the middle field now. Right in front of him, Christian Malczarek, who will he will be fighting with for 7th. Now up to P5. Eugene Schmidt still being followed by Bartosz Klusiewicz. Very close, almost bumper to bumper. The 700 behind, still not finding that opening, still not having found the possibility to overtake. Now we're going back onto the long straight, and maybe we can see some slipstream action here through the fast right-hander, and maybe a dive into the right-hander. We can see the Porsche moving to the inside but staying back, and Eugene Schmidt will keep his position for another corner. We'll be taking a look back at P7. Dennis Blomard, who has gotten past Christian Malczarek and will now have to defend hard against the group of 5 cars behind. Christian Malczarek now to the outside for the first corner. Can't get into that gap quite yet, but still in the fight. We'll take a look to the front. Justin Hodgek and Benjamin Kern side by side through these first couple of corners, and Ivan Stitchberry right behind to try and profit as soon as possible. Now going out to the straight, Mats Strand gaining a 1.7 second gap, which means if he finishes in that position, he will have to start 4th in the next race. Dennis Blomard meanwhile building a gap to cars behind that are fighting. And now Sebastian Ferreira being overtaken on the inside. He has gone very wide, and through goes Reak Smith, who is now P10. A very hard fight. Basically everywhere you look. We will take a look a bit further ahead. Eugene Schmidt still defending against Bartosz Klusiewicz. Now through the first corner, the Polish driver still can't find that opening, is still stuck behind. The driver from the Netherlands looking down the inside for an opening, but there isn't one. And now, but there is one. To the inside goes Bartosz Klusiewicz, but can't make it stick. Can't hold that position. And we'll have to recede to P5 to P6 again. A very hard fight here for P5, for the top 5. Now 0.4 seconds between the cars. We're 0.4 seconds. That can't be right, as the cars are bumper to bumper basically. Bartosz Klosiewicz basically pushing Eugene Schmidt through these corners. And now maybe a move to the inside. No, he will stay behind for another corner. And now onto the start-finish straight. Only 3 minutes left in this heat race. We'll have a tiny look to the inside, but not close enough quite yet. We'll be going to P11 now to look at the fight between Sebastian Ferreira and Patrick Rosendahl. And Patrick Rosendahl going to the inside. Can he make it stick? No! Sebastian Ferreira cutting across there. And he will hold that position, but the number 9 will not give up so easily, going to the inside. Sebastian Ferreira still being able to defend. And now we will switch back, as I've seen. The leading pack is back together, and Justin Hodge now putting stress on Mats Strand. Now that would of course mean a better starting position for the Norwegian driver, but I don't think that's what he wants right now. I think he wants to hold on to P1 as best as he can, and he will only have to do it for about 2 more laps, and then the race will be over. The first race at least is very, very short. And the drivers very close. Justin Hodge looking to the inside, but can't commit to a dive. Mats Strand still in the lead, with Justin Hodge just waiting for an opportunity, waiting for a mistake, an opening, a gap of some sorts even, to try and get past. Now onto the start-finish straight. Can Justin Hodge make use of that slipstream through that right-hander with the dirty air? Maybe Justin Hodge having some problems. Mats Strand now going to the inside to defend, and Justin Hodge trying his luck around the outside, but he'll just starve out there. And he is back into second position. He'll also have to take a look at Benjamin Kern, who is right behind him and is not too shabby to profit from any mistake Justin Hodge makes in this last lap now, as we see the white flag being woven, and Mats Strand has built a little bit of a gap. Justin Hodge right behind. Now it will be taking... Oh no, we won't be taking a look back, as Justin Hodge is going to the inside, but can't make it stick. And now Mats Strand parking it on the apex. It's a three-way battle for P1. Mats Strand defending really, really well, and Justin Hodge just looking for that opening that he can't seem to find. He only has this lap to find a way past Mats Strand, or else he will be second for this race. Now into the heartbreaking zone. Mats Strand won't defend for now, and he trusts into the 0.3 second gap to keep him safe from a potential dive bomb. But now on their way to the final corner, to the final right-hander, Justin Hodge won't make another move to the inside. Mats Strand will only slightly defend, and Mats Strand will take home the win for the first heat race, followed by Justin Hodge, Benjamin Kern and Iwan Stitchbury. And Bartosz Klosiewicz in front of Eugene Schmidt. He has gotten past. And now in 5th, Dennis Blomart in 7th. He has closed the gap to Eugene Schmidt, but can't seem to have found the last opening. He would have needed a very damaged car from Tom Carter, who I think was a important party in the fight for the championship. Yes, he was 7th position in the amateur category and only 3 points behind carry Korken, who finished right in front of him. And that will have been the first heat race. Ladies and gentlemen, what a race! What a race! And now the first fourth will start in reverse order, but everyone else will have the same position that they just had in the first heat, or that in the position that they finished in. And yeah, it is looking like there's going to be a great fight brewing. Iron Stitchberry now on P1. I will be taking a sip of water for a second, so my voice won't be completely dead after these 3 races. So just enjoy the sound of these cars idling for a second. It's already the lights. I didn't expect that. And Iron Stitchberry. Green flag, very slow start it seems from everybody. And there's already a bit of touching going on in the first position. Iron Stitchberry in the lead now. And now Justin Hott has gotten past Strand. He has found an opening that he was searching for the entire first heat. Going to the inside to try and overtake Benjamin Kern. But won't have any luck. Justin Hott now in 3rd position. We will take a look back at Eugene Schmidt, who has gotten past Bartosz Kluziewicz as well as Joshua Wills. Oh, and we see some drivers running into the wall. Now Bartosz Kluziewicz in attack mode on Dennis Blomer. No, that is Joshua Wills. Going to the outside, trying to get past, and he has a bit of overlap, but that won't be enough to gain the position, and we will recede to 7th place and try to advance later on. Now Iwan Stitchberry, where we see 1.5 seconds ahead of the competition, a giant gap already forming. Now after the unluck that this guy has had in the first race, he will be a bit more lucky in the second race. Yes. After being trapped behind these other guys for the first race, he will have a bit of room to release his own pace, to drive at his own pace. And he won't have to worry about the guys behind for now, but Eugene Schmidt will have to worry about Joshua Wills, who is right behind him, followed by Bartosz Kluziewicz. All 3 going down towards the sharp right-hander. Turn 17, I believe it is, or something like that. Turn 12, turn 17, one of that. Oh no, it is turn 14. I'm very sorry about that. But he will hold his place for that corner. Very hard fighting we see here in Bartosz. Kluziewicz will have a tiny look to the inside, but won't commit to anything. And he's searching for a gap, searching for a way past Joshua Wills. In the 997 car, Joshua Wills going a bit wide there. Maybe that is the that is the chance Bartosz Kluziewicz was searching for. But no! Dennis Blomart starting from P7, I believe. Now has gotten past the Polish driver, and and everyone else is trying to take advantage. Freak Mead and Simon Giemer. The latter of which, no, not the latter of which, someone has had an issue. I think that was 009 car Patrick Rosendahl. Oh! But now, oh, that was just a little lag from Ivan Stitchberry, but it looked like Ivan Stitchberry disconnected for this race, but he will keep the lead. Though Benjamin Kern has closed the gap to only 0.5 seconds, and with no one in front of Ivan Stitchberry, he will have the slipstream advantage. 0.6 seconds gained in that last lap. But Justin Hodge right behind also gained 0.2 seconds on Benjamin Kern, and he will now look to the outside to overtake. But there's no room there. There's no possibility to overtake a really tight street circuit here. So everyone is just fighting for room, trying to get past one way or the other. But still very respectful racing we see here. And now going down towards turn 14. Will we see a dive being made? Benjamin Kern looking to the inside, but it will be Justin Hodge who will seize the opportunity to dive bomb, going to the inside, but for the next corner he's on the outside, which will not play into his cards, and he will be stuck in P3. For now, a very exciting lead battle here, but we will be looking a bit further back at... Oh, it seems that somebody has crashed, so we'll be staying here. Justin Hodge to the outside of Benjamin Kern, but there's no room for him to get alongside, so Benjamin Kern will close that gap. Will get the apex before Justin Hodge can get there. Mudstrand, after being first in the first heat race, now stuck in 4th position. Same thing as Ivan Stitchberry in the last race. But he's searching for that gap, looking for an opportunity to get past. Now a 1 second gap has formed between the first and the second guy in this race. A very exciting battle here. Will we see a dive to the inside? There was a touch on the wall there. Could be netcode, or could be some potential damage on Justin Hodge's car. Though I believe it is the first option, or that it is the netcode. Justin Hodge staying calm, staying collected, and trying to get a good exit out of this last corner. Now he's just waiting for an opportunity to arise. Now turn 4, turn 5, turn 6, and Justin Hodge not making a singular move. He is being patient. He is waiting for his enemy to make a mistake. And now on to the long straight towards turn 8. Oh, this is turn 9. I'm very sorry about that. But Benjamin Kern going to the inside to defend his position against Justin Hodge, and it will work, as the car with the number 66 will have to stay behind. Mudstrand not making any huge moves here, just waiting for the guys in front to kill each other, I presume. But we will be taking a look back as there's an interesting battle going on. Frederik going into the back of Joshua Wills, and now Simon Gumer has taken advantage of that and has gotten past Frederik. Oh, I will be taking a sip of water for a second because my throat is really dry. Give me a moment, please. And now this battle has already lifted, but the battle that hasn't lifted is the battle between Benjamin Can and Justin Hodge. Justin Hodge, not very aggressive in this race. It seems he was more aggressive in the first one. And is just waiting for his enemy to make a mistake. And maybe that mistake is closer than we think. 5 minutes remaining. This is where the white flag was woven for the first sprint, and Iwan Stitchbury setting the fastest lap of the race, 0.3 seconds faster than Benjamin Kern, who set his personal fastest time of the race. Matstrand twitching a bit here in the back, but not making any move, and Justin Hodge staying right on the back of Benjamin Kern. Benjamin Kern can hold his position, can stand his ground. But now, long straight slipstream. What can it do for Justin Hodge? Nothing, it seems, for the moment, and Matstrand overshooting that corner a bit, so that will mean he falls back a bit. Though I don't think it has a huge impact. Oh no! Matstrand into the wall there, I think. And now he has lost 2 seconds to the leading group, which will mean no more P3 or 2 even for him. Justin Hodge with the fastest lap of the race. Really desperate for that position, it seems. Really pushing hard. But it will have no use if he can't get past Benjamin Kern, who is defending this second position brilliantly. Now down towards turn 9. Benjamin Kern will go to the outside. Justin Hodge, can he make it stick around the outside? No, he can't. He will run out of room and have to go back behind Benjamin Kern. Now the question is, will we see a move into the last corner? Turn 14. No, we will not. Justin Hodge just staying behind. We will take a look back at Carrier Kogan, who is under pressure from Simon Zaug. And Simon Zaug getting to the inside. Hard braking zone coming up. Will that be the position for him? Yes, it will. Oh no, no, it won't. The American flavored car. Oh! Simon Zaug turning in too early there. There was still an American in there. And spinning himself out over the front. I believe I won't make judgments too quickly. But it did seem like it was his own mistakes. The stewards will probably take a look at it later and decide what kind of incident it was. I'm just the commentator. I won't make any judgments, or I will judge, but I won't have a say in the final judgment. Now, what happened to... it is just iRacing being a little weird here. I will have to take a look at my graphics settings after this race to maybe improve it. To maybe improve the viewing experience for the next race. But now Bartosz Klusiewicz and Joshua Wills in a fight for P5. No, it is Eugene Schmidt in the number 81 in front. We have already seen this battle and we have already seen this ending, but we have to appreciate Bartosz Klusiewicz fight to the front. He fell back to, I think, 8th or 9th and has now climbed back to 6th position, and he can and maybe he will get his 5th position back. Will be interesting to see. We'll look a bit further back. Sebastian Ferreira in a fight with 2 other cars. Now someone on his inside. That is Christian Malczarek, who is relentless and seems to really want that P12 that Sebastian Ferreira is in the possession of. Now there was the car in front involved Harold van Heerde in the number 281 car, but he seems to be out for now. But oh, it seems we have missed something very exciting. Justin Hodge passed Benjamin Kern. Now there are huge gaps between those cars, but I think we'll stay at this fight for a bit longer. Who is that? That will be the number 121. That will be Freak Smith. Hugh is in the lead of the amateur ranking, so that will have huge effects on his points. Sebastian Ferreira trying to defend against Christian Malczarek. He now has the inside for the next corner. Side by side through 3 turns now. And still going side by side. But Sebastian Ferreira will be the one taking home P11 for this 3rd sprint race. And we have one last battle going on here. David Raouli, and I believe that is I can't quite make it out. That must be the number 93 Neil Killen. Going down towards the last corner. This will be a very interesting fight for P18 in the last corner. David Raouli going defensive, and he will stay in 18th for this 2nd heat race. Simon Zaug, damaged car and damaged hopes for an advance in the championship. We have seen the crash live. It is very unfortunate what happened there. So yeah, that will conclude the 2nd heat race of the evening. Very exciting stuff, if I do say so myself. Yeah. Okay, so now there will be a 3-minute warm-up. I will take the leisure, I will take the time to rest my throat a bit, and you can listen to the beautiful sounds of some Porsche 911 GT3 Cup cars, if there were any out on track at least. I will be switching onto them as soon as one is underway. So it seems no one is going out besides David Raouli here, who we have seen fighting for P18 just now. So for the third heat race, and the first 8 positions will be reversed. So, a very unfortunate spin by him. But he will be starting P18 and trying to defend against Nili Killen, who will be starting right behind him. So a very difficult situation he will be preparing himself for in this little warm-up. And he will be the only one preparing, as everyone else is either in the pits or hasn't even gotten into the car. Oh no, Tom Carter now going out for the last 20 seconds of the warm-up. So yeah, that will conclude the warm-up now. I beg for my throat holding up for that last 25-minute race. And yeah. Now in just a second you are going onto the grid. And it will now be the third and final heat race. I am very excited personally for this race. Oh, I see the Global Racing League has written in the chat. I will be discussing it shortly, but now, green, green, green. And where has the first car gone? The cars are disappearing and reappearing. Eugene Schmidt in the lead. He got... no, he is not in the lead. What is happening? Why can't I go to the people in first? Okay, Strand here. And Simon Giemer, who for some reason is P21, but he should be leading the race. That is a very weird occurrence, but he is already building a gap to Eugene Schmidt. But who do we have in presumably P2 or P3? Mats Strand. Now, he started in P4 and is already advancing to... I hope it will change in just a moment. Simon Zaug out of the race, I've just seen. Very unfortunate. But Mats Strand maybe here to take the win. But he will first have to get past Eugene Schmidt. Currently in second, I believe. Oh, and it did not change. So Simon Giemer somehow not P1. Is that an issue maybe with the overlay? I will be... I will take a look, because this is very weird indeed. So this is position 3, 4, 3, and that is 1. That is very weird. I do not know why this is happening. I'm very sorry for that. But I sadly can't change that now. So we have Simon Gümer in P1, presumably. Or most definitely. And he will have to protect his position from Mats Strand and Benjamin Kern, who have both gotten past Eugene Schmidt. Now Justin Hodge, a very aggressive driver and a very quick driver as well, as we've seen before, will also try to get past Eugene Schmidt. So not a great time. Okay, now it has fixed itself. So Simon Gümer in P1, right behind Mats Strand, Benjamin Kern in third. And Justin Hodge will look to the inside to take P4 away from Eugene Schmidt. Eugene Schmidt will try to hold his ground, but it will be of no use. And now the leading group is back together, only missing Owen Stitchberry, currently in P8. Won the last race and doesn't seem to have advanced much from his 8th position that he has because the grid was reversed. Simon Gümer now under pressure from Mats Strand and Benjamin Kern. And the question is, will he be able to hold pace? His best times are looking not so good against these guys. 0.7 seconds slower in the fastest lap time. You will see how he will look in the times just now. Okay, so 1.2 seconds slower than Mats Strand. That's a significant pace difference, which will probably mean he won't be able to hold this position for much longer. So 20 minutes of racing, 15 minutes remaining. And now Justin Hodge is joining the party behind Simon Gümer, who is currently defending pretty well. But there's the first attack, Mats Strand to the inside and Benjamin Kern trying to go with him. Now Simon Gümer, Benjamin Kern side by side. Not anymore, and Justin Hodge looking to the inside, looking for somewhere to overtake now. Benjamin Kern, of course, under pressure. If he can't make it past Simon Gümer, he will be under attack from Justin Hodge and will probably lose that fight. Oh, huge contact. Huge contact between Justin Hodge and Simon Gümer. And that will probably damage both the top speeds of those cars. The stewards will probably have a look at that, and now Simon Gümer will say, I've had enough of this, and he will let Justin Hodge pass, and is now under pressure from Eugene Schmidt. And Owen Stitchberry now moving up into P7, still having a very hard time going through the field. And he seems to have had a slowdown, or else I don't see a reason why he would have let Bartosz Kluziewicz past. And yeah. Now maybe a move to the inside. No, he will stay behind for now. And we'll be waiting there like a vulture for the right opportunity. And it will present itself eventually, he knows that. Now, basically bumper to bumper these two cars. Owen Stitchberry, yeah, still has a lot of time to gain. Especially since the guy that should be in first since the guy that is fighting for the championship, Freak Smith, who is... Oh wait, I'm mixing something up. That is the leader in the amateur championship. It is very important that both Philipp Hammer and Christopher Smith are missing from this race. So that could mean huge advances in the championship for Iwan Stitchberry, and he will now go to the inside of Bartosz Klusiewicz. I have a very difficult time pronouncing Polish names, I have to say. We will take a look at the front, what is happening here. Benjamin Kern, Mats Strand and Justin Hodge. Now, Benjamin Kern passed Mats Strand, who seems to be slightly, ever so slightly slower than Benjamin Kern and Justin Hodge, who he is surrounded by. Well, I won't make the judgment since there is a lot of mistakes happening, and Mats Strand has now has a gap of half a second to the leading car, but Justin Hodge, the American in this three-guy lineup, now looking for an opportunity to get past Mats Strand. Though the gap has opened, actually, during the long straight, and it is opening more. Half a second now between them. Now it is closing again, 0.4 seconds between them. So the gap's relatively consistent. So we'll go back to Harold van Herde and Sebastian Ferreira. Both of these guys we've already seen multiple times today. Sebastian Ferreira a bit more, of course. But now towards the first corner, will there be an attempt made by Sebastian Ferreira? And he will be a bit too far behind for that. And he won't really have a chance for now, but we will take a look back at Kerry Corcoran and Freak Smith, as Freak Smith does have a chance to get past the subtly American car. Bumper to bumper, these two cars aren't giving each other any room at all. And Freak Smith to the outside, not hitting the ball, but still losing quite a bit of time to the car in front. Tom Carter. Now, Tom Carter, the car with the GRL branding, so the branding of the league that is hosting the race. Now in pursuit of P7 and P8. Okay, someone has gone to the pits, which will probably mean their race is over. That is of course because these... Oh no! Oh no! Wait, who was that? No! It is Iwan Stitchberry. Someone who... No! And he has taken out... Who is that? That should be... That is Freak Smith. So, the leader of the amateur championship taken out by the contender for winner in the pro category. Very unfortunate stuff. But we'll move on to this wonderful fight for first position. But first there will be a little fight here for second position. Justin Hodge looking to the inside, but not holding it. Mats Strand now still P2. But there's only a 0.2 second gap between these two cars. And if Mats Strand can't extend that, Justin Hodge will be very, very difficult and very dangerous to his track position. Benjamin can now rest assured that the two guys behind are fighting heavily. But a little mistake, and they're already on his bumper again. Now the gap to Benjamin Kern, smaller than the gap to Justin Hodge for Mats Strand. And they're going down towards turn 9. A prime overtaking opportunity, especially if the car in front doesn't have any slipstream. 3 wide? No, it will only be through what? No, it will only be 1 wide through this corner. Nobody trying to make a move into there. Very small gaps we are seeing here. Justin Hodge had a very good exit there, but is it enough to go alongside? I don't believe it is. I don't believe so, and he will stay behind. Now, onto the start-finish line. 13 minutes of this 20-minute race already over. So more than half has already passed. This is going by so quickly with all these different fights. And of course as well that's not the strategy, the tragedy that happened about something like 2 or 3 minutes, I'd like to estimate. But yeah, rather unfortunate for Ivan Stitchbury. Towards turn 9 again. Once again, Mats Strand going to the inside, but there won't be any room for him. And he will have to stay behind. Justin Hodge, a very difficult contender here. Right behind him. I would like to watch another fight, but this is just too interesting. I would like to not make it as one-sided as it is at the moment, but this is just too interesting to pass on. Mats Strand now maybe going to the inside. Benjamin Kern defending. Mats Strand also on the inside, and Justin Hodge will take the outside, which will be the winning strategy for that corner, and he is up to P2. Now Mats Strand will have to see if he can get another situation like that forced and maybe advance back to P2. And now Justin Hodge in hot pursuit of Benjamin Kern. To the outside, to the inside, looking everywhere possible, and he is through! Justin Hodge on P1! Unbelievable! Mats Strand to the inside, Benjamin Kern on the defensive line. Mats Strand up into P2 for a second at least, and now Benjamin Kern has fought back on the outside, and he is now up to P2 again. Mats Strand will have to concede to P3 for now at least. And this is what I said when this is what I meant when I said that this fight was too interesting to not watch. But now it has calmed down a bit. That was a very eventful lap, and now only 4 minutes remain. So about 4 laps maybe 3 laps remain. Or I would guess 4 laps of this racing. And now suddenly, what happened? 1 second gaps all around. So I think it's finally time to switch to the fight for P4. Simon Gümer still defending against Eugene Schmidt. He can't take it up with the 3 top guys. Can he take it up with Eugene Schmidt, who is a bit slower but still a worthy opponent? To the outside, to the inside. Where does he want to go? Now Simon Gümer on the defensive line. Eugene Schmidt on the outside. Will he have room to stay alongside? He will. But will that mean P4 goes to Eugene Schmidt? No, it won't. Simon Gümer, what a drive. Now, still P4. A fantastic defensive drive. And now, Eugene Schmidt under pressure from the Polish driver, from Bartosz Klusiewicz. We have seen these battles before. We have seen the Polish driver and the driver from the Netherlands, the Dutch driver it's called. The Dutch and the Polish drivers battle for every race, including this one now. Beautiful sounds we are listening to. Oh, the V6s, the flat sixes screaming. And now Eugene Schmidt will have to go defensive as Bartosz Klusiewicz tries to go around the outside, but he won't have any luck there. And now he's under pressure from Christian Malczarek, who also wants a piece of that top 5 pie. But closest battle right now, of course, Eugene Schmidt against Bartosz Klusiewicz. Bumper to bumper, the two cars. Will we see a move into the first corner? The gap shrinking down 1.15. If now at the end of the straight. Now 0.1, 0.09, 0.08. Bartosz Klusiewicz to the inside, but Eugene Schmidt cuts across. And he will keep 5th position for now. Very hard racing we are looking at here. And now long straights, so opportunities all around for drivers, all wanting that P4 finish. And they only have about 1 or 2 laps left to do so. I don't know. They should be driving another lap, and Eugene Schmidt has gone to the outside. Simon Gümer, and now in the same situation as we've seen before. Can he pull the defensive move off a second time? Yes, he can. And now Bartosz Klusiewicz looking to the inside, but won't have any success there. And that may already be the finish. I don't know. No, it's going to be the last lap of the race we are looking at here. And now Bartosz Klusiewicz has gotten past. And now Eugene Schmidt under attack from Christian Malczarek. Almost losing another position there. And yeah, we will go a bit further back to Harold van Herde and Sebastian Ferreira, as well as Neil Killen, who are all fighting for a P9 finish. Though the gaps are quite big here. We'll go a bit further up front. Simon Gümer and Bartosz Klusiewicz now fighting for P4. A different attacker, same situation as with Eugene before. And on the last lap, Simon Gümer will lose 4th and will have to concede with 5th. But now Eugene Schmidt on the outside. And there's contact. Eugene Schmidt going wide. And that will be it. Very exciting battles here. If you want to experience these kinds of battles on your own, I think you should join the league using the Discord invite linked below. Now the last couple of drivers finishing the race. I think everyone is finished. No, David Raouli not so fortunate in this race, it seems, but still P13, 1 minute more than 1 minute behind Kerry Corcoran. And he will be the last guy to finish. And now, what have we witnessed in the last hour? It was some incredible racing. Yeah. It was incredibly close, incredibly interesting. And I think with this calm finish of David Raouli, I think this is a great way to kind of relax after all this action we've just had. Of course, congrats to the winner Justin Hodge of this race and to everyone who has participated here today. It was a spectacle to watch. Yeah. So now, as I've already said, link to the league's Discord is down below. Or, I know it's not down below. If you want to join these kind of races, on the channel there should be another stream with the channel's logo. I think it's it's GRL Porsche Cup, and there you will find the link to join the league. What an event! Incredible. And I do have to make a bit of advertising for this channel as well, JCR Broadcasting. Please reach out if you need commentating like this, or even better, because I think I'm one of the worst commentators here. Contact JC Broadcasting for some great commentators and streamers. And now I thank you so much for watching me ramble about this race for 2 hours now, I think. And I hope you have a great evening, and